Hello beauties, I want to talk a little bit more today about hacking the code, which is basically what we're doing when we're tapping into law of attraction, law of assumption, and manifesting the life that we want. And I think for understanding purposes that the video game analogy is really useful. Now, I am not saying that we are living in a virtual or video game reality. I'm also not saying that we're not living in a virtual or video game reality, because I can't actually know, but I do think that the metaphor works really well for our understanding. So if you think of a first player game, you have someone sitting on their couch in their living room, and they are in their mind and their experience and their full focus and concentration, they are the character in the game. And maybe it's a shooting game, and maybe they're attacking the enemy and all of the choosing their weapons and choosing their avatar and all of those kinds of things. So I think that metaphor analogy is really useful, because when our soul incarnates into our body, we really have the experience that this is all that we are. I am Serena. I was born in Georgia. I had these experiences, these parents, etc., etc. And the experience is so vivid that it really seems really real. And when we're identified with the body, with this avatar, with this ego identity that, is constructed from all the inputs that we've received throughout our lifetime, then it really is hard to feel like we are at choice or that we have any power. We feel like we have power to choose some things, right? I can work really hard and I can make money and I can be successful and I can get the house and the car, etc., etc. But we don't feel like we can change our talents, our health necessarily. We really feel like we're at the effect of circumstances of life. The hand that life dealt us, so to speak, the cards that life dealt us. And it's very convincing. Like I said, we only can experience life through our five senses. And we know, of course, there's a lot more information available than what we can experience through our five senses, but we can't experience it. So it doesn't, and nothing else seems or feels real to us. So when we really understand that we are not the teenager maybe on the couch, may not be the way you want to picture your higher self, but we're this divine, perfect being that chose to have an experience of limitation, an experience of limiting, so that we could really, grow and evolve and learn and have experiences that we could never have otherwise. If we already know that we're going to win the game, it's not that much fun playing the game, right? If there's never any opponent, why would we want to play a football game or a baseball game if we don't have somebody to play against? Why would we want to, we won't want to just be handed the gold medal. We want to earn the gold medal. So there's so many rewards to coming into this game, into this virtual reality, if you choose to think of it that way, and really having an authentic experience of having challenge and struggle and forgetting the truth, perfection of who we are. And there's something really satisfying about that we really, we did it. We figured it out, we overcame. And so that's why we would choose perhaps to come into this very painful experience of heartache and rejection and abandonment and loss and grief and scarcity and so many challenges that we have in this reality, because we wanted the experience and we wanted to grow and evolve as soul beings through that experience. But how do we beat the game? Because if you believe in reincarnation, it's not a one and done situation. You don't just graduate automatically. We come back again and again until we really beat the big boss, right? Like in video game, you die, you start over, you die, you start over. So how we figure it out in this inside the game, because we're kind of disconnected from our higher self. Now through meditation we can connect. So that's one of our tools, right? Meditate and connect to our divine essence, to our higher self, and receive that inner guidance that knows what we can't know, that sees what we don't see. And we can have that guidance to navigate the game and win better, right? Also, we can start to wake up to the truth of who we are. I'm not just this avatar. I'm not just this Serena blonde chick from Georgia character. I am this infinite divine being having an experience of being Serena. And there's things I like about it and things that aren't my favorite, right? But at the end of the day, when I really get in touch with my divine true self, there's just so much more. First of all, I can manifest and attract even the 3D circumstances because it's just a game. It's just a virtual reality. I can hack that code. I can rewrite it the way that I want to. I can, go from scarcity into abundance. I can go from insecurity into positive self-esteem. I can go from negative relationships into healthy relationships, from self-loathing into self-love. Those are all things that I can change in my experience of the game, of this reality. But even higher than that, I can realize ultimately winning the game is realizing that this isn't real. So yes, I can hack it, I can attract what I want, but at some point when we have mastered that, it will cease to be as exciting. It's kind of like Jesus said, birds have nests, foxes have dens. The Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head, because a lot of these gurus have really reached that point where they know this is all an illusion. So there's nothing that it holds for them. It doesn't satisfy anything in them. That connection upward with their higher self is where the true satisfaction comes. And with that connection, seek ye first the kingdom of God, having access to all of that. Yes, Jesus could make miracles whenever he chose, right? Because he could hack the code. He had full control of the code to create and manifest whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. But he knew that the true soul satisfaction wasn't in manipulating this reality. It was in really knowing that the whole reality is an illusion, and that true satisfaction comes from something much higher and or deeper, or however you choose to view it. So having that analogy, knowing that we can hack the code is powerful, because it really aids us on that journey of soul evolution. It's a step of mastery, of knowing, oh, okay, I can hack the code because it's just an illusion. And then when we really get, acquainted with the idea that it's just an illusion, it ceases to really hold the enticement, and we let go of our grip of those desires, like Buddha said, non-attachment, non-desire, because it's just a dream. We're not grasping for the dream, it's just a dream. And we can wake up to the truth of oneness, the truth of bliss, love, peace in God. So I hope this was helpful. I love you all. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day.